Welcome back. It's birthday time for the School on the Hill. On a cold February day in 1850, Brigham Young and a few others started the University of Utah. Our Craig Wirth, well, he did miss that day, but he's been part of the U faculty for 25 years, and tonight says, happy birthday to the U.
Oh, you talk about a humble beginning of a major institution. How about starting an entire university for about $100? It's worth watching. The charter was signed 170 years ago, February 28, 1850. And the fancy document hereby created the University of Utah, which meant it was time for a fundraiser. Brigham Young gave $20 and a Mr. Cole gave a load of wood. And that's all you needed to get a university going. A university that was first called the University of the State of Deseret. And all that called for a toast, as reported in an 1850 Deseret News. To the University of the State of Deseret, the nucleus of a mighty orb, whose brilliant light ere long will level false systems and theories in the dust. Wow! Now they rented Mrs. Pack's front room on West Temple Street, and it was kind of awkward, though, to house your state university in someone's front room, especially if they were eating dinner. So the Board of Regents picked a spot of land to the east, right where the cow was standing. Architect Richard Cletting drew up a swell building. It's the Coles Building. What a swell place. New buildings, beautiful site, and a healthful location. By the 1890s, it was now the University of Utah. By the 1920s, there were some tough traditions back then that are now gone. Like what happened if you accidentally stepped on the university's seal in the Park Building? Well, to find out, I once interviewed a student who went here 100 years ago.
We had matinee dances there on that marble floor, and of course as a freshman there was a little penalty, a little hazing if you walked on the seal of the university there.
And he says the worst tradition then was that freshmen had to wear beanies all day long. Yep, 24/7.
We had to wear little caps as freshmen so we could be identified as youngsters, you know.
Now this allowed sophomores to exercise the tradition of finding freshmen and cutting off their hair. And not too good of a job of barbering back then. Now that's a tradition that stopped. University President Witzel left his office in the Park Building and went outside and threw a good fist into a hair-cutting sophomore's face and floored him. That ended that. Not a great tradition on either side. Now the university could prosper. There were classes in being a lineman in newfangled electricity, Model T repair, blacksmithing, among other swell courses, and all free without tuition. Well, of course, the university would never charge tuition. Oh, that might have changed. Then came other buildings, such as the Park Building, with elegantly designed materials. And it would be the last time you could find a parking spot.
There was no parking problem here on the Circle. If you'd have asked me what a parking lot was, I wouldn't have known what you'd talking about.
But there was a campus and campus life. It was a real college. 20 years ago, I interviewed one very good and kind student of the early 1930s. He went on to become one of the university's most beloved grads.
Well, I had an ambition to become a journalist. Just think of that.
President Hinckley also fondly remembered wonderful social outings at the U.
I remember vividly the junior prom, which was held at the state capitol, another junior prom, which was held at the Hotel Utah. They were classy affairs and a lot of fun.
Well, the university continued to grow and students continued to arrive. And the 1950s became the 60s and 70s. Not a great look in fashions, but a swell university. Oh yes, look at that freshman in 1970. Yeah, the guy on the right there, it's me. Just a very small part of a very big university. Craig Wirth, ABC 4 News.